Okay. All right. It's 9 o'clock. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Please join me for Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call. Carol Sue, please.
Mayor Ted Frank.
Here.
Chris Armstrong. Here. Ron Miller.
Present.
All right. Thank you. Approval of minutes from the April 19th meeting.
I've read them and I have no corrections. If there are no corrections, hearing none, I'll make a motion that we approve those minutes.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The minutes pass on a vote of 3-0. Approval of claims in the amount of $193,836.04. Is there any discussion?
I'll make a motion we approve claims totaling $193,836.04.
Second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of approving the claims signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Claims are approved on a vote of 3-0. Approval of licenses. We have a number of them today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is there any discussion on the approval of licenses? We've all had a chance to review.
Just one question. Is the Tower Park Inn, is that a restaurant or?
It's a little ice cream store right across from Tower Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd make a motion that we approve the 13 licenses as presented.
Any discussion? I'll second. All in favor of approval of licenses signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0.
With respect to changes in the agenda, I'd like to bring up that on April the 12th, we opened bids for mowing, and we took them under review for 2 weeks. 2 weeks have passed, and those bids have been reviewed, and they are all deficient. I would make a motion that we reject all bids.
Okay, would you like to put that under new business, or would you like to take action on it right now?
Wherever you'd like to put it.
Thank you. I think we'll go ahead and put it under new business, if that's okay.
That's fine.
We're just asking for a change. We will, mowing bids, we'll consider that when we get to new business. Under old business, if I could get the acting building commissioner, Deb, to come to the microphone. We have some properties that have been continued. And we've asked for some updates. Hi, Deb. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Okay. The first one on the list is 1000 East Broadway. I did not get anything from him, so I called him yesterday, the son. And his sister passed away on Monday, and I requested they'd be here next week to talk to you guys and let you know where they're at and what they're doing. He forgot to get back to me last week, so I made it very clear that we need some answers.
Okay.
Okay? And 920 West Miami and 1306 Wright Street were bought in a tax sale by the same person. So I need to fire out a letter to them, to the new people. I think he's aware that 920 is condemned, but I don't think he knows about 1306, right?
Was that tax sale or commissioner sale? Do you know the date of the sale?
No, I don't. I didn't look.
The February 14th?
Wait a minute, I can tell you here. 3/12 or 2/21/12 is when he purchased it. February 21st.
2/21.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm assuming it was a certificate sale because it wasn't very much money for either one of them.
Okay.
So
All right. If you could follow up on that and keep
I'll
us
do
posted,
that.
let us know the date of the sale. It's important to know if it was a tax sale or a commissioner's sale
Okay.
or a sheriff's sale. They all
Okay.
have different stipulations in them. So if you
Okay.
could advise later on.
Okay.
All right.
630 12th Street. I still have not gotten any response. I don't know how to find this guy. I think he just abandoned the place. I'll keep working on that. I'm probably going to have to run a title check, would be my guess, to make sure there's no bank involved. 714 Washington Street, she is here today to give us a report. If you'd like to come up, Gail.
Thanks for being here, Gail.
Thank you.
Can you state your name and address for the record, please?
Gail Denise Truax, 714 Washington Street.
Okay. Have you made any progress on the...
We've got all around the foundation, but we're not done with that yet. And we got most of the front of the house done. Okay, my great niece's husband is doing my siding, but he lives in Kentucky, and he's a truck driver. Okay, so he's here like every other weekend, because the other weekend he has his kids. But he'll be here this weekend to work on it. I mean, it's taking time, okay, and then I work days, I work nights. At nights is 12, 8 o'clock, so I don't get too much done on them days. But the building in the backyard, he wants that building. My great niece's husband wants that. So if we're doing my siding, I told him he could have that.
Do you have any idea when he's going to remove the building?
No.
Okay.
I was hoping he could, do it pretty soon, but it, because he's gone all week truck driving.
Yeah. Deb, did we ever get a timeline as far as, I know we're making some progress, and I do appreciate
I
that.
asked for about a month, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than that, I think.
How much is a lot longer?
How about another month, maybe?
I will say the front of the house, it looks spectacular.
Good.
I mean, it looks really, really nice. They've
He's
done a
done a real-
great
yeah.
job.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you come around the corner, it's like a totally different place there.
Okay.
And we did some work
Starting
to
to
it.
take shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I do appreciate your efforts, and Deb's telling us you're making good progress, and I'm happy to hear that. We're willing to work with you. Please make arrangements to remove the building from the back and
Okay.
continue the progress that you're making. Is there any other questions or discussion?
No.
He goes, I want that building. I said, what do you want that building for? He goes, I want to take it out my campgrounds. I said, huh? I said, well, if you do the siding on my house, I said, you can have that building. He said, okay, that's good. He's happy, but I just don't know when he's going to get around to taking it, because the way he works all week long, and he lives in Kentucky, he's only here like every other weekend.
Okay. Well, we'll continue to follow your progress, and as long as we're making progress, we'll work with you, and I thank
Okay,
you
well,
again
thank
for
you
that.
very much.
Thank you.
You did some comments. I thought about that, but get it tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.
1305 Spear Street, he will be there this week, right, George? 1305 Spear,
Yes.
he's coming in to sign the paper.
Okay.
And
And what's he going to do on Friday?
sign his papers for us to allow us to tear it down.
Okay.
And 1509 Erie Avenue, the owner is deceased, but the son, some people were looking at it to buy it, and the son said that he would not sell it because the foundation is really, really bad on it. So it's on our priority list.
Okay. Thank you. Is there any discussion or questions on old business? Okay. I would make the motion that we accept the report as concerning old business.
I second that.
Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded to accept the report on old business. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Vote passes of 3-0. Deb, if you would, please keep us informed, and I do appreciate all of your efforts too. I know it's sometimes a difficult job to get people to motivated, but it sounds as if you've at least reached out and touched a few so far this year, and we're making progress. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, building commissioners report.
Okay, let's find it here. I actually ordered 3 to appear, but I only put 2 down, but the Washington Street was already taken care of. 411 Cliff Drive, he was supposed to be here, but he's not here. There was some roof problems, gutter problems, that kind of stuff. He's working on that. We pulled the permit, but he was going to be here to report how long it was going to take, and obviously he's not here. And then I just talked to the guy from 823 Race Street, because it's going to be on the trail. I told him we really needed to be aggressive. And he's had, I don't know, some death in the family or something. But anyway, he's going to give me a plan of action within 10 days. I pointed out to him what he needed to get done. And so he said that he will give me a plan of action. So I should have it in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep us posted. I appreciate everything.
Okay.
Okay.
I did 17 building permits and 5 contractor registrations. And then I also included in my report the fee schedule that is set to change to go before the city council on May 7th. It's just for your information. Didn't know if you had any questions or not. The only thing that's changing is inspection fees, and the ILP fees, which are for us to do the research in order to approve permits.
And the ordinance is ready to go before city council. Okay, and that mirrors the county's ordinance
I
as well?
believe so.
Yeah, okay. Anything else?
I think that's it.
I'd make a motion, we accept the building commissioner's report, including the increases in the fee schedule.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded to accept the building commissioner's report. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Vote passes on 3-0. Code enforcement officer. Thank you, Deb.
Thank you.
Code enforcement officer.
Thank you, Your Honor. Trash violations. We've issued 8 so far this week. We sent out 3 certified notices. Haven't heard back from them yet. Requested to appear, Doug Hines from 1000 Van Tower Drive. He's not here. Mickey Smith, 1320 Liberty Street. He's not here. And Pamela Ramsey from 310 Water Street. She's not here either. I would like to continue Doug Hines. He has made a little bit of progress. I'd like to give him a chance to continue on that. I would request that the board authorize the street department, Mickey Smith at 1320 Liberty Street and Pamela Ramsey at 310 Water Street to go clean those up. Water Street probably won't take them 15 minutes, probably no more than a half an hour, 45 minutes at 1320 Liberty Street.
How long have you been in communication with them?
They've both been sent at least 3 letters. Mickey Smith at 1320 Liberty Street is an ongoing problem. I've probably tagged no less than 5 cars in their backyard, and they move them all within the 20-day period. But it's a continued problem every week. They've got something new in there. I've
Okay.
sent them 3 letters concerning the junk.
How far back does it go?
At least 2 months.
Okay.
And Pam Ramsey at least a month.
Okay. Any questions? No. I would make the motion that we approve the recommendations of the code enforcement officer regarding all 3 of those properties.
I'd second that.
Okay. Is there anything else that you have?
I would just like to report that we did tag 5 vehicles this week, and we sent out yesterday 61 notices for the mowing. And I realize that there's a problem with the bid, if I understand that right, but I would request that if there's any way possible that we come up with a temporary solution for these 61 yards.
Okay.
Because some of them are really tall and
We're working on it.
out of shape. And that's it.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to approve the recommendations on those 3 properties. I think we'll take a vote first on that, and then the code enforcement officer's report as a whole. So all in favor of accepting the recommendation of the code enforcement officer on the 3 properties signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? That's cleared on a vote of 3-0. And code enforcement officer's report in its entirety.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? It passes also on a vote of 3 and 0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Superintendent of Public Works.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I respectively submit my reports for the Mount Hope Cemetery and the Logansport Street Department at this time for your review, comment, hopefully your approval.
I make a motion, we accept both reports.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded to accept the report presented by the Superintendent of Public Works. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
One question before you go.
Yes,
How'd the tire day go last Saturday?
It was very busy.
You had a lot of tires?
Yes, approximately 7 semis, and then at the street department off the streets.
Wow.
We picked up 1 full semi and we're starting on our second. There's still tires out there and we're working on that today.
Good deal, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
Okay.
you.
You had a fire with the tub grinder, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. What's the status of the repairs? Is
It's
it
back and we're going to start grinding tomorrow.
going to start grinding tomorrow?
Yes.
So we could expect mulch sometime in the
Tomorrow
future?
afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon. You're going
Yes,
to
sir.
start hauling it tomorrow afternoon?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nice to know. Nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief of Police.
Good morning.
Morning, Mike.
I have an update on the current application process for police department. We conducted the oral interviews with the candidates, and at the completion of that, we've narrowed it to 6 finalists, which will next move on to the polygraph, and then we'll hopefully have a concluded list shortly thereafter to provide to you for consideration.
Okay.
I've also submitted a request for a promotion for Patrolman Chad Wagner, being moved from patrolman to the rank of first sergeant. We have a vacancy for a brass or first sergeant on B day trick, and Chad, if approved, will fill that slot. He's been an officer with our department for 12 years. He's, I believe, his entire career been on night shift, and he'll move to days on B if approved.
Any discussion?
No, I make a motion to
I make a
approve.
motion, we approve the request, promotion.
Been moved by Chris and properly seconded by Ron to approve the promotion of Officer Chad Wagner from patrolman to first sergeant. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Oh, nobody. Was that your entire report?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you. I'd like to talk to you sometime.
Okay.
If we can. All right. Thank you. Chief of Police report is approved on a vote of 3-0. Fire Chief Mark Strong.
Good morning.
Morning.
This week's been pretty slow as far as fires go, so that's a good thing for us. I've been doing, as always, a lot of training. The guys volunteered on the Clean and Green Day on Saturday and cleaned up 6th Street, and a couple guys went over and worked on the South Side guys worked on the South Side Gateway with them, and had a real nice time, and it worked out real well. I would like to, with great pleasure, ask for you to approve the hiring of Doug Kitchell today as probationary fireman. He passed all the physical and aptitude tests at some of the highest scores that we've had in a long time, and I think he'll be a real good fit for the fire department, and I'd like to ask for his approval.
make a motion, we approve the hiring of Mr. Doug Kitchell as probationary firefighter.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded to approve the hiring of Doug Kitchell as a firefighter. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, pass it on a vote of 3-0 now.
Thank you.
I see a lot of work going on around the fire station with concrete, and what's the status of that? Can you?
Well, actually, we were able to open up the front platform yesterday fully, so we got all the trucks facing in the right direction coming out the front now, which is a big plus for us. I think maybe today or tomorrow they're going to be going down the over on the east side, going to close off that entrance and start working on it there. But we've probably got 3/4 of our area done now. All they're going to do is finish that last back platform.
It looks a lot wider than it used to be.
Oh yeah, 10 feet wide.
The sidewalk's now 2 feet wide.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there additional cost that's going to be?
Yes, there is.
Do you have the
I,
money to pay for it?
Pardon me?
Do you have the money to pay for those changes?
Not really, but I'm going to find it. I will find it in different funds and get it there. Honestly, we don't have enough room to pay for the stuff that we got going on. The brick walls out front are pretty bad shape, so I'm hoping to go for more appropriations to get that fixed too. But yes, we do have the money that we can rearrange and pay for that. It's going to be estimate of $1,700 more than to get asphalt put in there, which I think concrete will be a lot better and be worth it to the citizens.
Okay. Anything else? Any questions? Okay. I would make the motion to approve the fire chief's report as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor of approving fire chief's report signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
As a change to the agenda, we're going to review the mowing bids.
And I'd like to apologize. I was overcome by the lemon pledge smell in the room, but we did open applications on the 12th of April. We tabled it for 2 weeks to review them. They were all deficient in one manner or another, and I'd recommend that all bids be rejected.
I would
Make a motion that we reject all bids.
I'll second that motion. Is there any discussion? Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded to reject all bids that were presented 2 weeks ago. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Board member comments?
None.
None.
Visitor comments? Okay, miscellaneous business including matters not already considered? None? Motion to adjourn.